Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. The lights inside BTS's final night in Mexico City felt different from the very beginning. ARMY could sense it before the music even started. There was something emotional in the air, something heavier than excitement, something deeper than just another concert. Maybe it was because this was the finale. Maybe it was because the members themselves looked overwhelmed by the endless screams echoing through the stadium. Or maybe it was because of the way Jungkook kept unconsciously revealing his softest emotions whenever his eyes landed on Jimin. And ARMY noticed everything. From the very first soundcheck moment, fans couldn't stop talking about Jungkook's expression. Usually he tries to stay playful, cool, or teasing on stage. But during this final Mexico night, something about him felt unusually vulnerable. Every camera angle seemed to capture him smiling whenever Jimin came close. Every fan cam showed him staring a little too long. Every interaction felt natural, warm, and impossible to fake. At one point during the concert, while the members were joking around near the extended stage, Jimin casually walked toward Jungkook to say something. Nobody could hear the conversation because the music was loud and the crowd was screaming non-stop. But what shocked fans wasn't the conversation itself. It was Jungkook's reaction. The moment Jimin leaned closer, Jungkook's entire expression softened instantly. His eyes changed. His smile became smaller, gentler, almost shy. For a split second, he completely forgot about the cameras surrounding him. And that single moment sent ARMY into complete chaos online. Fans immediately began posting clips everywhere, replaying the interaction frame by frame. Some said Jungkook looked emotionally exposed. Others said it was one of the purest expressions they had ever seen from him. Because no matter how much he tries to act composed, there's one thing Jungkook has never been able to fully hide: the way he looks at Jimin. Throughout the Mexico finale, that pattern kept repeating again and again. Whenever Jimin laughed, Jungkook instinctively turned toward him. Whenever Jimin spoke during men's segments, Jungkook listened with the softest expression imaginable. And during emotional moments when the members thanked ARMY for staying with them through the years, fans noticed Jungkook repeatedly glancing toward Jimin as if silently checking his emotions too. That's what makes these moments hit differently for fans. It's never just about dramatic interactions or obvious fan service. It's the tiny details, the unconscious habits, the moments that happen naturally when someone feels emotionally safe around another person. And during this final Mexico concert, Jungkook accidentally revealed so many of those little details that ARMY genuinely couldn't stop talking about it. One moment especially broke the internet. Near the end of the concert, while confetti filled the stadium and the members walked around saying goodbye to fans, Jimin became emotional. He smiled brightly as always, but fans close to the barricade noticed his eyes looking watery under the stage lights. Jungkook saw it too, and the second he noticed Jimin's expression, his own smile disappeared for a moment. Not in a dramatic way, not in an obvious way, but in the kind of subtle emotional shift only people who truly pay attention would catch. Jungkook immediately moved closer toward him without even thinking about it. He stayed near Jimin longer than before, matching his pace as they walked across the stage together. ARMY completely lost it, because sometimes love doesn't look loud. Sometimes it looks like instinct. And honestly, that's exactly why fans are so attached to the bond between Jimin and Jungkook. Their connection doesn't always need words. It shows itself naturally in body language, in protective habits, in quiet glances that happen before they even realize cameras are recording them. Mexico City witnessed so many of those moments during the finale. Another interaction that exploded online happened during one of the ending songs when the members were running around freely interacting with fans. Jimin suddenly started dancing playfully near Jungkook, trying to make him laugh. Jungkook tried to stay serious for approximately 2 seconds before completely failing. He burst into the biggest smile imaginable and lowered his head as if trying to hide how happy he looked. That reaction alone became one of the most replayed clips of the night. Fans kept saying the same thing over and over again. Jungkook can never hide his soft side around Jimin. And honestly, they might be right. because even after all these years, after countless concerts, interviews, tours, and performances, Jungkook still reacts to Jimin in ways that feel incredibly genuine. There's a comfort between them that's impossible to ignore. You can see it in the way they naturally gravitate toward each other on stage. You can hear it in the softness of Jungkook's voice whenever he talks to Jimin compared to everyone else. You can even feel it in the energy between them during emotional concerts like this one. The Mexico finale became unforgettable partly because fans sensed how emotional the members themselves were. This wasn't just another stop on tour. It felt personal. The crowd was unbelievably loud. The atmosphere was overwhelming, and the members looked deeply touched by the love surrounding them. Jimin especially seemed emotional throughout the night, constantly smiling at fans while trying not to tear up. And every single time the cameras caught Jungkook looking at him, his expression looked softer than ever. It almost felt like he forgot to guard his emotions. There was even a moment where Jimin placed a hand briefly on Jungkook's shoulder while talking, and Jungkook froze for half a second before smiling shyly. ARMY immediately clipped that interaction too, calling it the moment Jungkook malfunctioned. And honestly, the reactions online were impossible to escape. Social media exploded with comments from fans saying they had never seen Jungkook look this openly affectionate during a concert before. Others pointed out how naturally protective he seemed around Jimin the entire night. Some even said the finale felt like watching two people silently comforting each other while saying goodbye to an unforgettable chapter together. What makes these moments even more emotional is knowing how long they've shared this journey. From trainees chasing impossible dreams to global superstars standing before tens of thousands of fans in Mexico City, Jimin and Jungkook have grown up together under unimaginable pressure. They've witnessed each other's fears, exhaustion, successes, and vulnerabilities. So when fans notice small emotional details between them now, those moments carry years of history behind them. And maybe that's why ARMY becomes so emotional too. Because watching Jungkook accidentally expose his soft side for Jimin doesn't feel scripted. It feels human. It feels like seeing someone momentarily forget the world around them because they're focused on a person who matters deeply to them. As the concert finally came to an end, the members gathered together one last time to bow before the screaming crowd. Confetti continued falling from above while fans cried, waved their light sticks, and screamed messages of love from every direction. Jungkook stood beside Jimin during that final goodbye. And even in those last seconds, fans noticed him looking toward Jimin again with the same gentle expression that had been appearing all night long. Not flashy, not dramatic, just soft. A softness that keeps slipping out whenever Jimin is near him. And honestly, maybe that's exactly why ARMY can't stop replaying these moments. Because beneath all the chaos of stadium lights, performances, and worldwide fame, fans still get to witness tiny pieces of something real between them. Something quiet, something comforting, something that no amount of fame has ever managed to erase. The BTS Mexico finale may be over, but the emotions from that night are still living inside the hearts of fans everywhere. And among all the unforgettable performances, explosive vocals, and beautiful memories, one thing remains impossible to forget. The way Jungkook looked at Jimin like the rest of the world disappeared for a moment. Maybe he didn't mean to expose that side of himself, but ARMY saw it anyway, and they'll probably never stop talking about it. Thank you so much for watching. ARMY Purple Heart. If this emotional Mexico finale moment made your heart melt too, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more beautiful Jikook moments, BTS updates, and emotional stories that bring us all closer together. Tell us in the comments which Jungkook and Jimin interaction completely destroyed you during the Mexico concerts. Until next time, keep supporting BTS, keep spreading love, and remember, some feelings are impossible to hide, especially when it comes to Jimin and Jungkook.